Hi, my name is Deidre Skase. I'm the owner and operator of a brand new beauty subscription box called Toya's Top Drawer. And I'm here with DeQuanda Smith. She is the owner of One Little Parrot. She is actually my first feature for my box. So I'm super excited to be sitting here with her today in her studio in Houston, Texas, y'all. All the way in Houston. So DeQuanda, I have some questions. First of all, just a little brief history. I actually met DeQuanda 5 years ago at the Helio IG Natural Hair Show, the 20th one actually, Natural Hair Show in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's for me, I just find it very funny how things come full circle. Here we are 5 years later and I'm in business and she's still in business, doing her thing. I mean, girl, I'm super proud of you. And I keep telling you this over and over again, like, girl, you are doing it out here.
Yeah, I am trying. And I'm like, it's not like it is. It's not at all.
Which is the reason why I wanted to have this interview. So the reason why I started Toya's Top Drawer was for this reason. I wanted to partner with like-minded entrepreneurs that have their own products. I think it was very important to kind of give those entrepreneurs a platform, because sometimes demographic is really what's hindering that business from flourishing, because they're not in the right market segment. So here I am, okay, the beauty broker to the consumer. That's where I come in. So that's where I created my box, Toya's Top Drawer. And so here we are. So tell me, DeQuanda, why did you start One Little Parrot?
I mean, I started One Little Parrot because, I had a patient with a condition and I really wanted to refer a product to her, but there was just nothing available. I mean, there were a bunch of great products, all natural, but nothing that fit what my patient needed at that time. And so I decided to formulate a product line that initially started off solely for that particular condition, but then it, was something that anybody can use it, and I mean, but aside from just the product being all natural styling solution, the brand in itself is a mental health initiative, and so everything that we do is around mental health, and we just want to make people aware that help is available if you are battling depression, suicide, anxiety, or anything of that nature. So that's what makes us different. That's what separates us from our competitors. Is like, hey, we're the only brand with this particular mission. Most organizations give donation, but this is what we're about. This is who we are. So
I love it.
Thank you.
And I think that is an absolutely wonderful story, and it is different because a lot of companies they have their story, but I feel like when you have a story that has a purpose and a meaning behind it, it's very important.
Right, I agree.
And so with that, now that you've been in the business now for 5 years, what were some of the challenges that you faced in industry? Now that I'm in it, I kind of feel like you need to school me now.
Challenges, girl. Where do we start? I don't know if I want to start with the influencers, manufacturing, funding, because let me tell you, obtaining funding as an African American woman in America is really, really challenging. I mean, really challenging. You darn nearly not have to need the money in order to be able to ask a bank for anything. Yeah. So most of my funding comes from me working full time as a nurse.
Bootstrapping.
And definitely bootstrapping. And just trusting God in the process. Seeing some of my peers that I started with just leap and become $1 million brands in 2 or 3 years. Yeah. I realized that most of them are married. Most of them have, an investor. They have that support system. And not comparing myself. That was really important. But aside from the funding, manufacturing is very challenging. I mean, people, come off like, oh, we're making this in the kitchen, but I started off in the kitchen, but what happens is, in order to scale, in order to sell to the masses, you have to have a product that's viable. You have to have a product that won't harm anybody, and you have to have insurance on that product, and just putting all the moving parts together and in a way that I can say, hey, this is who we are, this is what we do, and you can trust me, you can trust my product. So to financing and manufacturing, I'll say were the top 2 challenges. On the smaller end, working with influencers before COVID, because baby, now COVID is in and people are stuck at home, everybody's an influencer.
Everybody.
And their mama. So it's a lot easier You know, before, you know, you get with an influencer, they're like, okay, $1,000 per post.
Yeah.
Well, who are you? You know what I mean? And just because you have 100,000 followers does not guarantee that I would get sales.
It doesn't equate to sales.
And that was a hard lesson learned. I mean, I spent a big chunk of my savings thinking that, oh, if I work with this person or that person, that I would get all these sales. And really, it was just a matter of consistency. And I stuck with that. I mean, just aside from being a mom, being a full-time employee, trying to run a business full-time, and trying to maintain my own emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being, it affects it, you know. And then everybody thinks you're supposed to post every day, be in front of camera every day. Well, I don't really like to be seen, you know, but I've learned that, you know, I want to be relatable, I want to be more personable, and I want people to know that, like, this is not just a big business and I'm just throwing product. I love what I do. And I really
passion behind it.
Yes.
Has to be there.
And I really want to help people. I mean, before, my demographics were African American women between the ages of like 25 and like 45.
Yeah.
But as I looked at my sales, as I looked at the people that were in my DMs, a lot of them were younger kids between the ages of like 17 and like 22. Like, hey, where can I get mental health help? Or, you know, do you have a moment to talk? That kind of thing. And that's what it was about.
That's awesome.
You know, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So your product inspires too.
Yes! That's what it's supposed to do.
Exactly.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Exactly.
So, but I'm excited. I mean, and even more so, you know, I was kind of losing some faith a little bit because things were slowing down. But I realized that what I was doing, it's going to help so many people.
In the long run, absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, I'm super excited for your business,
Thank
girl.
you. Thank you. I'm excited about being featured in Toya's Top.
Yes, I'm excited about that too, actually. Well, you know, to end it, what would be the one thing that you would offer as far as advice goes to a young entrepreneur starting out in this game?
Okay.
What would be
just in business period?
Just in business period.
Run your own race.
Yes.
Don't compare yourself to anyone. Don't, you know, think that what you're doing is not enough, because it is. Forget a grind. It's all about alignment. You know, allow God to align your life with the correct people, because what'll happen is things that would typically take people 5 years, when you're in alignment, it'll take you days or months, or it'll shorten the time.
Absolutely.
Aside from not comparing yourself, take care of yourself, because when you are well, your finances or your home is in order and in structure, it's easier for you to be great in your business. And don't keep up with the Joneses.
Number one.
Don't do it. You know, like, you know, just because you see somebody with a 20,000 square foot space, no, you maintain your 100 square foot space and watch how God grow it.
Absolutely.
So that's all I got.
That faith of a little mustard seed,
yes,
y'all. That
yes,
mustard seed.
Yes. So
all right.
That's it. Thank
Well, you know
so
what?
much.
Thank you. Thank you for actually sitting here with me, conversating with me about your business. I am really excited about. Just excited to see where One Little Parrot goes. I do feel that it will be very successful. Matter of fact, I know it's going to be successful.
Yes, I receive that. And please subscribe to Toya's Top Drawer. Her first subscription box will be One Little Parrot, and you will love the products that you get.
You will love it. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll see you later.
Bye.